I'm going to manage it. Now, the reason I haven't repositioned is, first of all, I don't think we're going to get a better view, but second of all, our lioness that plonked herself down behind us is, first of all, she's very asleep, as you can see. She's looking thoroughly comfortable. And because she's a new mom, there you can see the dark rings of the suckle marks on her belly. So this is probably the mother of the other set of cubs, the one near Buffelshoek Dam. Oh, yes, get some sun there. So she probably hasn't had very much sleep. Yes, give that chest a good scratch. And she just looks so incredibly peaceful and contented. And so that's why we haven't repositioned, because look at where we are in comparison to her. She's come and plonked herself behind the vehicle. So we haven't been able to reposition. We shall settle with our view here for now. I really don't want to wake her up. I would feel absolutely terrible. Darby, we might have to sit here we might be here all day. That's okay. There are worse things. Our lioness... The rest of the crew has offered to bring us snacks, so that is a relief. I was worried about that. That was my biggest concern, actually. No, I'm not even joking. That was my biggest concern. So yes, we've got a lioness right behind the vehicle. I don't think we can move at the moment. The only thing is that at some point, our lionesses that are in the sun are going to get too hot, and they will move and they will bring the cubs with them, because it has warmed up substantially. There's our other mom. So the two new mothers have found a patch of shade away from the gnawing little teeth and attentions of our cubs. The cubs, on the other hand, having exhausted themselves last night, moving all the way from Buffelshoek Dam to where we are now on the western side of quarantine, on the western side of Djuma. So they've probably at some point last night covered a distance of close to, I would guess, at 5 kilometers, because bear in mind they're not going to walk in a straight line. So just close to 3 miles last night, which is a long way for little leggies to keep up with, especially with all of the scampering about that they do. And they have completely and thoroughly exhausted themselves. I think we all find ourselves faced with considerable relief that they have made it through that buffalo hunt unscathed. It is a dangerous time for these little ones, probably one of the most dangerous that they will face over the coming months.
Hi everyone, we are experiencing technical difficulties, but please bear with us. Our engineering department and our tech department will be working on it, getting us back up and running as quickly as possible. As you know, bringing you live safaris from the middle of the African bush is not always the easiest task in the world, but we will be back up, and stick with us because you never know what might be on your screen when we return to you.
Good afternoon and welcome back to our sunset safari. And unfortunately we have been beset by an attack of the gremlins, both on Rusty herself and with our stream. So we really do apologize, and thank you all for your forbearance in dealing with the problems that we've had over the last few days. As you can imagine, it's a bit tricky live streaming a safari from the middle of the African bush. My name is Jamie, since I have not yet introduced myself, and this afternoon I have Dave on camera with me. And Dazzling Dave and I are going off in search of Mvula, who was last seen on the sunrise safari with a kill that he had stolen. Well, we don't know if he stole the kill or if that's what Herbert believes happened. We know that he had a scrap with another male leopard because Herbert heard them growling in the block. We suspect, and with good reason, which I'll explain to you in a moment, we suspect that it was Sindile that he had a little bit of a set-to with. The reason we say that is from yesterday, where we had the update from Harry in terms of the tracking collar that Sindile wears. We're talking about leopards, by the way, if you are totally new to this show. You ready, Dave? Happy? Cool. Hello, elephants. You're not leopards. Right. Anyway, just to quickly finish that off, Sindile's tracks went straight from the last point that we had the update from Gerry, and walked straight across here to where Herbert tracked him down to with Mvula this morning. So there, I would say, in my own mind, I'm convinced that it was Sindile. Of course, it's up to you guys to make up your minds. Hello, little ones. Okay. Well, all right then. Duly noted. Hello, big girl. Okay. All right. I noted your warning. So she gave me a little bit of a head shake there, just to let me know that she doesn't want me to push any closer, which of course I wasn't going to do anyway. And what a nice way to start off our sunset safari than with a very peaceful herd of elephants. I know this one-horned lady. She can be a little bit antsy, if it is her. There's quite a few one-tusked elephants around. And I think it's her. She probably broke that tusk, her right tusk, off at some point in her life. And I was actually about to say to you, we've got fresh elephant tracks heading in the direction of Mvula. I was hoping that they hadn't... Oh, it's a dust bath time. Hoping that they hadn't chased him, but it seems as though they haven't quite got there yet, which is good news for us, because it means that we've got a very good chance of finding our leopard in the next few moments. Now, far be it for me to push to leave elephants. I really would not normally want to. However, because it is going to be a two-vehicle sighting with Mvula, because of the position that he's in, I actually do want to go to him first, so that we can spend as much possible time with him before we have to leave the sighting in order to make way for other vehicles. So unfortunately for now, I wouldn't normally do this, but for now we're going to leave the elephants. We'll come back and find them after we've spent a little bit of quality time with Mvula. Just hold on. She's still giving me a slightly head-up look. Hey, big girl, can I come past? I'm not coming quickly, nice and slowly. So what I've done there is started my vehicle engine. Big girl, it's all right. What's wrong with you? A bit stressed. Shame. Oh, I think she might just be moving naturally. No, she is just moving naturally, not because of us. All right, so what I did there was I started the vehicle and then let the engine run for a little bit, just to get them used to the idea that something's about to move in their vicinity, and so that they don't feel threatened in any way. And then the important thing is, when you're coming past a herd of elephants like this, a lot of people, if they're not familiar with elephants, especially in the Kruger National Park, for a lot of people, they start up their engines, they've got that head shake from the female, which they immediately interpret as aggression. It's not aggression, but it is a warning, and it is something that one should heed. She's not saying go away. She's saying mind your behavior. And then what people often do is they start their engines and they accelerate away at a rapid pace, and that immediately upsets the elephants because it makes even more noise. And that's definitely not what one wants to do. Okay, there's vehicle tracks going off to the right of me. Brent said a better approach was to go to the fire break itself and then go south. I'm going to take Brent's word for it. He seems to think that that's going to be our best way of seeing him. Of course, we don't know exactly where Mbula's going to be. He's got an impala kill, but he might have moved it across to the other side of the drainage line. But you can come on a voyage of discovery with me to see whether or not we can locate him. I wonder if they've chased Mvula. That so often happens in between morning and afternoon game drives. But yes, it might be that her hormones have caused him to mate with her and her to respond with him, even though they are hormones related to pregnancy more than anything else. Right, that elephant that has just walked out in front of us has come straight from where Brent's off-road tracks go. And it's much easier to see. which way he went. Okay, so that changes things a little bit. Let's go and investigate, first of all, see if he's still there. Otherwise, we might have to launch a bit of a search party. But because he has an impala kill, I don't think that he will be away from that particular area for too long. Okay, let's see, I think I saw more elephants moving through. Yes, there's a little one further ahead. We're just going to let it scamper out into the road. Here goes, panic, everybody's left me behind. Oh, did you meet a leopard in there by any chance? Looking very upset. Very, very upset. Okay. Well, we're going to watch our Ellies slowly moving off to the north towards Buffelshoek Hook property. And then we're going to head in and see whether or not we can locate that leopard. We're going to have to move over some bushes, and it might not be all that much fun to watch for you. So what we'll do while we do that is send you back across to Brent and see what his plans are.